This episode is more just to kind of catch everybody up, let everybody know what's going on, what the future holds, what plans we have in mind, and just kind of catch up with you guys. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest for today, Mr. Bartise. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Happy to be back.
Yeah.
I was here doing TalkR podcast after Love Is Blind and asked me to come back, and we have some announcements to make and big updates to talk about, so let's get to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess right off the back, one of the first announcements that I'd like to personally make is season 1, I was pretty much handling most of TalkR as far as helping behind the scenes and helping produce some of the shows and also being the main host. And to let the audience know, I am stepping down as the main host of this show just because I have so much going on, but I still will be available as a co-host. And that is part of also a reason why you're here, because Bartise is going to take over as the main host of the show. So how do you feel about that, I guess?
I feel very excited. It's going to be a little different than season 1, though. It's going to be more, I'll be hosting it, but there's going to be a lot more interaction with other people. Yeah. We have dating ideas where I'll be hosting like a dating show, so to speak, where there'll be people meeting up and seeing if there's chemistry, maybe a big party at the end for the other people coming in. We have a lot of different ideas. It's not going to be so much a sit-down type podcast. It's going to be more interactive and hopefully it's fun.
Yeah, and I feel like me and you have sat down plenty of times and kind of brainstormed so many ideas, and it's the ideas are just through the roof right now with how many directions we could take it and where we can go. And I feel like we've narrowed it down to a few ideas that we won't get too much into right now, but it is going to be something relating, trying to find couples out there that are kind of looking for that perfect somebody, and we're going to do our best to make sure that we hopefully find the love that they're looking for.
That's true. Also provides some entertainment because, as everybody knows, dating on camera can be entertaining. I've done it once or twice.
There's no better person that knows that side of things.
So I can navigate that. But also I want to address the elephant in the room right now, which is probably this big thing on my face.
Yes, let's get to that.
Yeah, I made another girl mad and she hit me. No, I'm kidding. Not that. I'm dating this girl, and my girlfriend's dog has bitten me now twice. Unfortunately, it happened yesterday, so I'm all marked up. Disregard. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I got a band-aid in my face. I'm sorry. But it's all good.
No, and I know when it comes to dogs, a lot of people go with in school it was like, well, my dog ate my homework. So do people take you seriously when you say, oh, the dog got me, or is it like, what really happened?
No, dude. Everybody I'll post a picture on Instagram, like my story or something. Everybody's gonna be like, which girl did you piss off this time? Or who scratched you? Or a lot of people think my son scratches me with his baby nails, but no, it really was a dog.
Stop the cap.
Maybe you can help me, but there was an announcement that was made. Something very special happened into your life, and I guess I'd let you take over and talk a little bit about that and kind of let us know what happened, how it happened, and hopefully give us the full story so the people out there watching could really get to know what happened in your life.
Sure. Yeah. No, I made a big announcement about a month and a half ago that I do have a baby boy. I have a son.
Congratulations again, by the way. That's awesome.
Fatherhood's incredible. I know you're a father. Yes. It's a blessing, and it's been so fun, and just learning so much about him every single day is beautiful. But yeah, so I made that announcement public because I want to talk about one thing too, because I wish the public had a little bit more of an appreciation for people's private life, especially people that are on have platforms like myself, because there's a difference between privacy and secrecy. And I want to keep my private life as private as I need it to be, or as I needed it to be for my son and for my baby mama and for everybody involved in my close circle. So that's why I made the announcement at a time where I felt it was the safest for everybody involved. And specifically with my life, I had done these TV shows. Like I did Love Is Blind. I did Perfect Match. I had a son, and the timeline of all that, how it plays out like on camera, doesn't make any sense. What actually happened was, I filmed Love Is Blind. I actually had a whole relationship in between filming Love Is Blind and Perfect Match. Filmed Perfect Match, came back, conceived a son. Perfect Match had not been out yet, had not aired. So I knew if I would make the announcement that I had a son before Perfect Match airs, it's going to make no sense to anybody. It doesn't make there'd be more eyes on him, more eyes on my baby mama, and they didn't ask for any of that. So I needed to keep it very private.
Yeah, because it could easily, and not to cut you off, it could easily come off as like you're trying to almost use your son as promotion to the new show.
And that's the last thing that I want. I want to share his life because I am so proud of him, and I'm so proud of his mother. I'm so proud of the relationship that we all have, the three of us together, even though we're not dating, like we are friends, and I say this all the time, we are single parenting and co-parenting at the same time.
Mhm.
I'll hang out with my son alone. I'll hang out with his mom alone. We'll hang out the three of us together. I'll hang out with her family. Like, we are very involved together and separately, which is beautiful. And I wouldn't want it like any other way given our circumstances. But yes, it is like, I want to display him, but at the same time, I don't want it to come across like I'm like using him or I'm like showing off that I have a son. Like, it's just like, I just love him. And I want to put him on my page.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
once
man.
again.
I
Of
appreciate
course.
that,
Have
man.
you had any moments where you felt like the fans out there or the audience out there has done or said some things that kind of makes you question this all? Or are you just the type that understands that you're a public figure and this is just what comes with part of the job?
I think the last time we talked, I haven't accepted that yet. Which was probably back in October, right when Love is Blind was airing. But this time around, we're in the middle of May. It's coming up on 2 years since filming Love is Blind and just about 8 or 9 months since Love is Blind had been out. I think I've accepted that just people are going to say what they want. Most people that, this is not to say I don't get any love too. Like,
No,
I get
of course,
a ton of love, right? And I take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know, if people like me, people don't like me, whatever they're saying, they're taking time out of their day to send a person a message that they don't even know is going to read the message or not. It's just like that's part of the game now.
I think it's part of the game, yeah. And it's like even going back into season 1, and I would go back into like some of the higher interviews that we've done with some of the guests, and you start reading through all the comments and part of just human nature is like all the good comments you read through and you're just kind of scrolling through and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. The minute there's one negative one, you're like, oh, what the hell? Like,
the negatives hold a lot more weight.
Like, you literally pause and you're like, what is your problem? Like, no way. Like, you really think that?
Yeah.
Like, so the negatives do hold a little bit more attention, but I think as we mature and get older and you start to realize that none of that really matters. They're just people and their opinions. And those same people, if you saw them at a gas station, they'll probably shake your hand. They'll say, hey,
oh, you don't know how many times I've been cussed out in public. And then after they cuss me out, they want a picture with me.
So what else is new? I know you stopped your full-time day job completely. And you're focusing more on just your career right now. And was that a big step for you, or was it a little nerve-wracking?
That was a big step, and it kind of happened promptly. I have multiple different like businesses going on. Like, I do my social media stuff. I do have OnlyFans. So those are like primary sources for me. I still am a CPA. So I have clients that I work with on the side that I do their bookkeeping for them, which I'm trying to grow that book of business as well. I actually have a client out of New York that I work very closely with. They do Broadway shows and I do all their accounting for them. So it's pretty cool. And now this, so like there's a lot going on in my life and I'm staying busy. And it's interesting now though, because I'm not doing all this with myself in mind, but I'm doing it with my son in mind. I'm trying to set him up for his future.
Perfect. Well, it's good to catch up just on everything that's going on with you. I know people have been waiting to hear and just kind of want to know what's going on in your life. And I guess you want to put your take on the show a little bit as well and let the people know out there. That way we could get some auditions in and we could get some people to apply. And
so far, it's been a few dates, and it's just been like I reached out on my social media to a couple of my friends or a couple people that follow me and that I follow back, saying, hey, would you want to come go on this semi-blind date? It's not going to be completely blind because I'm going to share Instagram profiles ahead of time. That way you can approve, I don't want to say it, but love might not be blind, you know what I'm saying? But so you can approve of who you're going to be meeting up for a lunch date. So we've done lunch dates so far.
Doing chiropractic. So finishing up my last year of residency and going to open up my own shop here, hopefully within the next 18 months.
So you can adjust me.
I can adjust you, yes.
Perfect.
Neck to hips, hips to feet, all the way back up. So
all the things. Okay, talking about language.
Anything that cracks, Zach can adjust. So
I'll work on that while y'all discuss favorite sex positions. Let's talk about that.
Oh.
this is where
That's where we're going here. First date.
We're getting in.
I'll be back, y'all. And fun fact about that date, they actually ended up having a second date off camera, and they're still talking today. So our success rate is pretty high. We barely just started this, but that's one of our first ideas that we've had. We have plenty more ideas. We want to get creative with this, but we want to have fun, and we want it to be a fun show.
Yeah, of course.
For everybody. I want it to be fun for the people involved. I want it to be fun for myself, and I want it to be fun for people watching. Yeah. So, and it's been that so far.
Yeah. How amazing would it be, or how crazy would it be if the people off that show end up getting engaged, getting married, and having a family?
Well, that'd be crazy.
That'd be wild, right?
But then we would owe the viewers a reunion show or like some sort of catch up. So then we'd have more work to do on our end.
Yeah. So for right now, it's still in the works. It's probably we're gonna start maybe airing this summer. We're already in May. But at least for right now, if you are interested in being on the date show that's going to be hosted by Bartise, please send us DMs if you'd like to apply to be on the show, or if you have a friend that you'd like to see on the show, you could feel free to send us their Instagram name, and we'll reach out and kind of go from there. We're still in the early stages, but we do plan to shoot in June and July. So send us the DMs of the people that are interested, and we'll pick a few. I think we're only going to probably do 8 to 10 dates. So 20 people out of everybody that applies are going to make the final cut. And then from there, we'll kind of narrow it down and see. We'll do a few matches together and see, you know, if a certain date doesn't work, maybe we could pair them up with another date in the group and kind of go from there and almost make it like a tournament bracket until we get the 2 finalists.
Show up ready to have fun.
Yeah, perfect. Anything else that we left uncovered for right now?
No, man, I just want to say thank you for having me back. Thank you for reaching out to me and offering me the spot here at TalkR. I'm excited to it's always exciting talking to you, man. I always know your brain's always thinking of fun stuff to do, and just like this that we're doing right now. Of course, so I appreciate it, man.
I'm excited to have you as the new host of TalkR. I know you're motivated to take this company into a whole nother direction. And with me being involved in so many other businesses, I really appreciate you kind of taking over the wheel, and where I was kind of reaching a point where I was at a steady level because there's only so much I could do in one day. And after talking with you a few times and having meetings and dinners and things like that, you've opened up the eyes of TalkR to now where we can expand into multiple directions and kind of bring this company up to a whole nother level. We're not just a media company. We're going to be a lot more than that. And this is just the start of the future. So congratulations to joining our team. Thank you for joining our team and TalkR. We just wanted to catch you guys up, and stay tuned, and we'll have more coming your way. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.